the mysteries behind death are revealed. Something escaped from the afterlife.
The way we wanted to do it is to renew the brand, is to make something different. So what we decided is to propose something really innovative, in the sense of trying to make the same innovation like the first one did.
The original idea of the concept of the game was to provide a game with a huge sense of immersion and interaction with the game, without disturbing the narration and the pace of the games.
Well, we feel today that more action-oriented games for previous survival horrors is something that corresponds to today's gaming taste. And for Alone in the Dark, we were already thinking of having something more action. We wanted something innovative in terms of what the first Alone in the Dark brought. It created a new genre, and we wish to bring with this Alone in the Dark, as of the first one, we're creating a new genre, and it's more action survival type of game.
The full floor is Alone in the Dark team, and we are also a part of the third floor. So we are 112 working on the game right now. So let me introduce you to Edward Carnby, which for the story is the same Edward Carnby as we had on the previous versions. This is mainly the common point of all the games. Mainly the only point that we kept. Edward Carnby, an investigator of paranormal activities, and everything else, we renew it. Edward Carnby have been one of the hardest ones to bring to life, just because it's a mix between us and marketing. So it has been a lot of work on making the face and the look, the attitude looks what everybody wanted. So just to show you the sketch on the left, the thing is, making a sketch is easy. Making it in 3D, looking at the sketch, has been hard. So what we did is always having a side-to-side comparison through the process of creating. So you look at the right version. So this version have been judged too dark to hold. So the version we have now is less, as you can see, is less old and dark than the one we created at the beginning. When you look at survivals, it's all about creepy, creepy areas, far from human beings. We wanted to do something really different, and we thought that a modern era, and we thought about Central Park as a really good setting.
We've taken Central Park, and that we've added a very dark side of Central Park, and really did some terrible things in this beautiful, calm area. And also in terms of to give that special atmosphere, we added real-time post-production effects to give something really a unique rendering for Alone in the Dark.
Let me introduce you to Jean-Christophe, which is our art director on Alone in the Dark, and to Virginie, our lead artist on everything related to the Central Park areas.
For the background, we started to make a little sketch of a room like this. So after the sketch, we made a gauge in 3D according to the level design, and after we searched photographs. So we took a little of this kind of photographs and original photographs of the mate, and we mixed all together to create artwork like this. And after we made the ambience light with Photoshop. So this is the wireframe of the 3D background, and this is the definitive render in the game. So you can see it in 3D here,
And what we have is a connection between the tool and the game that is running here. So everything that they made in terms of modifications is done in real time here. So as you see, she's moving in 3D here, and so she's able to look at the rendering, final rendering at the end.
Our goal is to provide the most immersion as possible, and always with kind of realistic rules.
Fire has been for us the major innovation of the game.
What is interesting with the fire is it's one of your best weapons in the game, but it's also dangerous for you. So you have to take care of how you manage the fire, and it's a good balance in the gameplay. Instead of having a huge arsenal of different weapons, we prefer to go on the way to provide to the player just usual objects and give him the creativity to build his own weapon with different objects and to find a way to solve different puzzle or action situation.
This is rigging and facial expression team.
We have different poses for the facial animation, and we can push the expressions and mix them together to create the animation. We can have a lip sync with phonemes with a very basic animation, and then we can animate the brows and the eyes and the other stuff on the face, and then we see it on the motion capture and with the light and stuff. Here it is, and here's.
The most important element in the game is the variety. So what we want is to provide a very, very variety game to the player. So to have lots of different action, not have lots of repetitive pattern of gameplay. So we have a part is very open, so you can explore the whole park, whole Central Park, and other part of the game is really highly scripted. So we can provide very good situation in terms of pace and scripting and narration. So you can going from very claustrophobic atmosphere to a really open world with car driving at 100 kilometers in the streets. One of our levels is to driving through a huge collapsing building in the street, like if whole the city is destroying around you, so you have to drive and avoid lots of obstacles, and everything is in purpose of the story and the game narration.
So Alone in the Dark, we previewed about 8 episodes. You'll have at least 10 hours of gameplay just if you follow the story, which for a normal player. And also there's all the free roaming parts of the game, which will practically be at least half of that experience.
I think we can always do more with more time, but I think what we achieved with this Alone in the Dark is not far from what I dreamt 4 years ago. It was about bringing a lot of interaction between the player and the scenery, and I think in that purpose we achieved something really cool. Trying to have the narration and the story being a strong part of the game in this area specifically, I think we are making something really interesting. So I'm quite satisfied with the result that we achieved so far.